So far, we learned how to navigate, how to use named routes, and how to pass parameters, how to have nested routes. Well, sometimes you also have some query parameters. Query parameters are the parameters you have at the end of your URL, always at the end, separated with a question mark, and then something like a equals 100, b equals hello, something like this. This would be a query parameter, and this is mostly optional data you pass with a route. For example, a stored redirection route if you redirected the user to log in first and then want to redirect him to his original route, or something like this. To pass such query parameters, you can either go to your route 2, where you set up the path directly and add question mark a equals 100, for example. Or if you use the object syntax, like we do here in user detail, you can add another property to this object, which is called query. This again takes an object as a value, and here you set up key value pairs where you set up your query parameters with, because a query parameter always is a key, like a, and then the value, like 100. And this is exactly what you set up in this object. So let's do this. Let's say locale should be a string en, and then let's also set q equal to 100, to a number. So this shall pass these two things as query parameters to the user detail route, or to the user edit route, excuse me. And if I now choose a user and click edit user, you now see we have the locale equal en and q equals 100. So these are the query parameters I set up here. So this extra data. Now to extract this extra data, let's do it on the edit user template here. Here again, I will not set it up in the reactive way with a watcher because I know this will always be recreated, but you could of course do this. But here we want to output the locale, which I can again access on my loaded route. And then here it's not params, but instead it's query. And then I know I stored it in a key named local. And for the analytics parameter, let's name it, which was q, I simply access q here. Well, and with that in place, you already see it reloaded here. And if I change my query parameter here to 105, we see that reflected here too, because the page reloaded. If you do have links which allow you to reload the page without destroying this component first, you want to set up a watcher to dynamically update this, as you learned it with normal parameters. And with this, you're also able to send query parameters and to use them, and not just normal parameters.